Rising costs are forcing more and more Canadians to make impossible choices. You're watching a video right now from the Salvation Army highlighting the incredibly difficult decisions some Canadians are making as the cost of living rises and things like groceries and rent get more and more expensive. That's why the Salvation Army's Christmas Kettle campaign is so important. We love being able to bring attention to this campaign every single year. And with us this year is Gina Haggett. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks, Kelsey.
So we're going to put up a QR code on the screen right now. Please scan this to learn about the ways that you can make a difference. This is the 135th year of the Christmas Kettle campaign. Gina, how does the Salvation Army use the donations that are received in these kettles to help Canadians who have to make impossible choices?
Well, it's 135 years for sure, and that means 135 years of giving. And Canadians have given for 135 years, which is absolutely amazing. And that food goes all year round, or that donation goes towards food, clothing, the basic necessities that all of us often take advantage of and have every single day. There's many that don't, though.
Right now, we know that the need is particularly great. We've had a number of news stories, not only about the cost of groceries going higher, the cost of rent, but also the impact of U.S. tariffs on the economy. How great is that need? What are you hearing from people?
Well, we're definitely not immune to the need out there. Actually, the Salvation Army sees it most. The need is increasing exponentially, and the funds that are coming in aren't keeping up with the need. Even the Charity Poverty Report, the most recent one that we've done, indicates that there's 61% of families that are struggling. 61% in Ontario alone are struggling, and that's one of the largest provinces in Canada. And they're struggling to make ends meet, and just barely. So we know people are coming from all walks of life to us. They're coming with double incomes. Like I know of a family, a gentleman, when I was out at the ministry units just the other day, he came to me and he said, "I've seen you on TV." And he said, "You know what? I used to be one of those people that saw a homeless person on the street and said, my goodness, like, why don't they get a job?" And he said, "My wife and I are trying to make this meet, like, our ends meet. We just can't do it. We got 2 kids, but the Salvation Army is here to help me too." I almost cried because, you know what, that experience can be duplicated over and over and over again, that story. There's stories behind every single person that asks for help. Those impossible choices you saw in that commercial happens every single day.
Yeah, nobody chooses that. Nobody wakes up one morning and says, that's going to be me today.
No, it could be a neighbor. It could be your own child's friend at school that's suffering from poverty, and it's silent unless we open our eyes. And it's happening out there, and we tend to turn a blind eye to it. Well, it's not in our DNA. The Salvation Army is there to help. People shouldn't journey alone.
You referenced the report. The Salvation Army issues this national report every single year called the Canadian Poverty and Socioeconomic Analysis, which looks at how Canadians view their personal financial situations and what concerns them. And one of the findings in this report was that seniors are relying more and more on services like yours. Last year, the Salvation Army's Community and Family Services saw a 3.6% increase in services and support for seniors. Gina, who would you say is feeling the need most acutely this year?
You could say seniors, you can say children, you can say dual income parents, single income parents, you could say those that are suffering from homelessness. It's all across the board. We are seeing people, like I said, from all walks of life come through the door, whether they've just been laid off, the Salvation Army's there, whether they're on strike. We've gone through enough Canada Post strikes to know whether they're on strike. They're available, like we are available to them as well, because if you don't have an income coming in, you have no way to put food on the table for your family. And it's not just food. Keep in mind, it's not just food. If we can put food in the bellies of children, they can learn, they get educated, and their whole family becomes a little bit more stable, or they do. Help break that cycle of poverty.
There are so many ways to give back. As a kid in Canada, I remember dropping in coins into the kettles, but there's also a tap function that people can utilize this year. You can also donate at salvationarmy.ca, or if you'd like to call The number is 1-800-725-2769. Gina, what is the fundraising goal this year? Do you have a number in mind?
Yes, we do have a number in mind. It's 22 million across Canada. In Ontario alone, it's 11 million. But I have to say that if we don't get those funds, we really struggle. We do really struggle. And you know, the recent Foster Institute Charity Generosity Index indicated that Manitoba is first in place for generosity. Ontario is second place, but Ontario is definitely not second place when it comes to poverty. So we desperately need the help of others, just like we come along beside others when they're suffering. So we count on the generosity of Ontarians, of Canadians, and we can't do without it. So I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all Canadians that give of the little bit that they have. And if you don't have the financial resources to give, volunteering, give of your time. If we don't have someone to stand beside these beautiful kettles here, the easy tip-tap functions with your smartphone or your credit card. Kelsey, you didn't bring your credit card this morning.
No, I got my phone though.
Don't worry, we'll leave it here for you to tip-tap. But you know, it's easy. It's easy to donate.
Gina, thank you so much for being here this morning. And remember, you can scan the QR code on the screen right now to find out how you can donate and help someone facing an impossible choice this holiday season.
Your morning is brought to you in part by the Salvation Army, giving hope today.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.